90-Day Fiancé star Angela Deem's housekeeping skills are under fire, as Angela's home's reportedly filthy, and she may be too heartbroken to pick up a Swiffer or plug in the vacuum. Trauma manifests in different ways. Some people might become hypervigilant, while others need more time to relax. Everyone copes in their own way, and Angela should probably use some of her hard-earned money to hire a housekeeper. They can keep things shining while she does what she does best: entertain her audience. Angela's not always a typical woman. She has a lot of masculine energy, although she wears dresses and jewelry. It seems like Angela wants to be the dominant half in any relationship, taking on a sort of 1950s man-of-the-house guise and looking after her partner. Yes, it's old-fashioned, preceding more evolved views about sex and gender. But again, if that's what she likes and enjoys, it's her life. Aside from finding a man who will do the housework while she gets out there in front of cameras or does meet and greets with fans, Angela, who's known for her rage, needs to clean things up all by herself. Angela's not all bad, but her home needs a good cleaning. Can she get it together? Angela's house may have been one reason why Michael flew the coop, but there's way more. This relationship was doomed from the outset. It's just that Angie would never take off the rose-colored glasses. She kept romanticizing a situation that was inherently transactional and forgiving Michael for even the harshest offenses. Usually, that kind of behavior is due to low self-esteem. As a person grows stronger, they'll typically tolerate less. While Angela's very strong in so many respects, when it comes to her love life, she loses all sense of reality. Yes, she did suspect that Michael was a Nigerian scammer rather than a prince, but she pushed those thoughts away. She needed to believe in him in order to live out some kind of dream, or just to ease her loneliness. This stuff isn't all bad. A lot of people have these drives. They don't want to be alone. They forgive too much. However, usually the train doesn't go off the tracks while millions of people watch. 7. Angela's revenge makeover may be a way to try and feel better. Is she dressing up to get Michael's attention? If a woman wants to please a man, she'll usually make an effort, rather than slobbing out in sweats with uncombed hair and no makeup. While Michael was still her husband, Angela, who let her house go, may have let her image go too. Now she's seemingly doing the opposite, just to show him how good she can look. When people are really comfortable with their partners and feel accepted, they don't have to try so hard. Lately, Angela's going all out, putting on tight and revealing clothes. Angela's darkened her eyebrows dramatically, which gives her a fierce but bizarre appearance. Yes, this woman is a reality icon. The confidence is there, but right now, maybe it's not as abundant as it usually is. She's at a low ebb because Michael hurt and humiliated her. The lengths she's going to with her appearance make her seem like she's on stage at all times, playing to the peanut gallery. Maybe Angela can't see her own beauty at the moment, even though she refers to herself as royalty. She may feel like she wasn't pretty enough to keep her younger husband happy. With the right person, she won't need to worry about that. The fact that she's wearing backwards baseball caps and layers of bling may be a way of telling Michael that she's still young and vibrant. However, she shouldn't be trying to impress a man who cheated on her and then dumped her. Michael left to chase the American dream, and this was possible because of the money she gave him and the green card she enabled him to get. Why make an effort for that? She shouldn't, and hopefully she isn't. 6. Angela's hurting because Michael loves the single life. His antics bring out the worst in her. Michael's glorying in his single status, and every time he does, he's shredding Angela emotionally. She had big dreams about Michael coming to America. In fact, she spent years waiting for him. Imagine how hurt she was when he finally got to the US of A, only to run for the hills as soon as he could. Then he rubbed every bit of happiness in the sad Georgia Peach's face, making her feel totally disposable. This is the downside of dating a man who approaches a woman on Facebook, showering her with compliments. Michael love-bombed Angela, trying to weaken her common sense. This technique can be very effective. Basically, decent people want to trust others and like them. They aren't expecting to be scammed by evil users. However, with Michael, there were so many red flags. Even so, she was seeing some of them, despite being blinded by love. She wondered if he was conning her, but that didn't stop her from dating him and getting serious with him and marrying him in Nigeria. These blunders are human and survivable. They aren't some kind of death sentence or emotional prison sentence. She can live to fight again. She can find another partner. However, the flirtatious Mima probably isn't ready yet. She's still healing after a long and turbulent relationship. Her dreams died, and she has to rise from the ashes. And she can. 5. Angela's inflamed by Michael's Christian Purity Act. He's trying to change his gold digger image. Michael donned a God Got Me t-shirt in his GoFundMe profile pic, playing the devout Christian. That was a bit galling. Would a real Christian do any of the bad things he's done? Sure, they'd sometimes sin and then ask for forgiveness, but would they accept oral sex from a woman in exchange for giving her a ride? Would they siphon money out of an older woman, turning her into an ersatz ATM? Would they play the faithful husband until they got their greedy hands on a green card and then seal themselves off from their wife? The Christian Michael has done all of these things. It's enough to make a person cynical about religion. But good Christians are out there. Michael probably isn't one of them. In his defense, Angela can be a nightmare. She's loud, crude, and violent. She can be kind, but when she's triggered, Michael needs to duck and cover. And who wouldn't get sick of that? Both people are flawed, but Angela's the only one who's heartbroken. Michael may carry trauma due to all the abuse he endured, but he seems to be thriving. It's possible that he's not having any sleepless nights or crying any tears. Mikey could be okay. Angela clearly is not. 4. Angela is trying too hard to be happier than ever. She needs her family right now. Angela is currently promoting her birthday event, as per the Instagram post shown above. It's a night of dancing and karaoke. It actually sounds fun, and hopefully, there will be a good turnout. While Angela needs to stop getting physically aggressive, she can be very funny. She's got more charisma than most people, a sort of star quality that keeps Angela from getting canceled despite some fairly heinous acts. However, under all this festive stuff, Angela's a woman who lost her husband. Every happier than ever post that Angela adds to Instagram is a way to show the world that she's okay. But she might not be. The problem with strong women like Angela is that they try to project strength and competence at all times, even when they're hurting inside. Hopefully, Angela's family's giving her the love she needs right now. 3. Angela's inflamed by Michael's GoFundMe. His fans make her so angry. At GoFundMe, in the aforementioned God Got Me shirt, with an innocent smile, Michael tried to get money out of his followers, and he succeeded. The GoFundMe is over now, closed for donations, but Michael's audacity inflamed Angela. It probably made her very depressed. Watching people flock to his fundraiser must have killed her. During breakups, people need to reorient themselves. They have to adjust to having no control over people they were very close to. It takes time, and it's often very painful. People should be patient with themselves as they move through the process. It's not easy for anyone. Angela's lashed out at Michael's fans and generally hasn't taken the high road. That's understandable, as she believes that Michael was taking her for a ride from day one. He does deserve some shade for doing that. However, his side also needs to be considered. He needs money for legal fees because Angela is trying to get him deported. 2. Angela is trying to win the split. She needs to rise above all this. Angela is suffering because she loved Michael. It's a fine line between love and hate, and even now, she probably loves him sometimes and hates him at other times. She must remember when they were happy and wish things were different. At the same time, she's super bitter because Michael rejected her. His American dream includes a new group of friends, his new family. Angela could never tote a baby with Michael due to her age, and she may have to watch another woman do that one day. As she tries to win the split, Michael thwarts her at every turn. He joined a Paradise Men group at Facebook, where he could easily connect with vulnerable women. This isn't really gigolo stuff, but it's on the fringes. It seems like he's trying to find more women to mooch off and generally take advantage of. Watching him flamboyantly branching out like this must sting. Angela needs to stop trying to win the split. There are really no winners here. Michael is free in America, but he's still the guy who left an older woman heartbroken after using her for years. Is that something to be proud of? Of course not. Meanwhile, Angela's reputation is in ruins. However, that can be liberating. Once a person's reputation is totally shot, as Taylor Swift discovered, they can reinvent themselves. They're no longer trying to meet expectations. As Austin Powers said, that train has sailed. One Angela will try to date again. She's posting pictures of her with men. Angela looked giddy while posing with Vanilla Ice at his concert. She'd probably date the Ice Ice Baby rapper if she could. Angela's older, but she's hot-blooded. She wants romance, and she's got a roving eye. In the past, it seemed like she was just flirting with people to get revenge because Michael was a cheater. However, as a single woman, she's just the same. The chances of getting burned again are extremely high, so she needs to be cautious. She needs to start looking for nice guys. She must try to appreciate them. Yes, she may gravitate towards bad boys, but there is another path, a higher path. On that path, she can forget about looks and focus on how the person is acting. Do they try to help her? Are they there for her? Do they listen? Do they care? The answers to these questions are important. In fact, a partner who cares, rather than pretending to, is really the ideal, not some scammer from another country, or a rapper who'll forget her as soon as he sees another woman. Angie's cool sometimes. She's hilarious and full of life. She's a feisty woman who commands attention. However, it's time for her to grow up. The men she naturally likes will always hurt her. Hopefully, Angela will forget about Michael. Look for someone who goes out of his way to make her life better and easier, and forget about the dirtbags. Right now, deep in trauma, 90-day Fiance's Angela's doing the best that she can. She's not all bad, and deserves some compassion.